Hello, you're watching Arise Entertainment 360. I'm Lola Ogunike.
And I'm Shannon Lanier, and we're here to bring you the newest and hottest stories in American entertainment, culture, and sports.
Coming up, explosive accusations about Michael Jackson.
And Angelina Jolie is set to undergo yet another major surgery.
Plus, actor and musician Leon joins us to talk about his involvement in AIDS Walk New York.
Woohoo! Exciting show today, right?
It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my bones.
I like that.
Okay.
The bones never lie.
But we have to begin today's show with an explosive interview that occurred this morning on the Today Show. Shannon, choreographer Wade Robson alleges that Michael Jackson sexually abused him for nearly a decade and forced him to keep quiet about it. Take a listen.
One thing I want to clear up is that this is not a case of repressed memory in any way.
It's been reported in the press some.
I never forgot one moment of what Michael did to me, but I was psychologically and emotionally completely unable and unwilling to understand that it was sexual abuse.
So what are you alleging that he actually did?
He sexually abused me from 7 years old until 14.
Wow. That is a deep and shocking admit from him.
I know.
Well, you know, Robson said having his own child forced him to deal with his troubled past. His feelings about Michael Jackson remain conflicted. Take another listen.
And when I say his name to you this morning, what do you think of?
Heartbreak, pain, anger, and compassion. There's there's no excuse for what he did to me, and I believe many others, but he was a troubled man, and every effect has its cause. You know, the image that one presents to the world is not the whole explanation of who someone is. You know, Michael Jackson was, yes, an incredibly talented artist, and with an incredible gift. He was many things, and he was also a pedophile.
Wow.
Whew. I couldn't believe it when I watched that this morning. I mean, he just came right out and said Michael Jackson is a pedophile after denying it for years and denying it on the witness stand.
Several times.
Several times. Well, we should have an expert on to talk about just how explosive this actually is and how important this will be. Will it have any influence on the Michael Jackson AEG live case? We'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to try to use that to say his character suffered these issues, and so that will ultimately have an effect on this case. We'll have to keep a watch out.
Keep watching. Well, Shannon, after announcing that she'd had a double mastectomy in a New York Times op-ed, Angelina Jolie tells People magazine that she will undergo yet another major surgery soon. The mother of 6 says she's also planning to have her ovaries removed.
Jolie carries the rare BRCA1 gene, which sharply increases her risk of developing breast cancer and ovarian cancer. Her mother died of ovarian cancer at the age of 56 after battling the disease for a decade.
And like her mastectomy, this surgery will be a preventative measure for the actress. She's being proactive about her health and helping others by sharing her story with the world. And you know what, Shannon? I applaud her. She could have easily kept this quiet and avoided all of this discussion about her health, but she wanted to be the face of this and really get the word out there.
I think it's a great thing. I know experts are already saying they're starting to see the Angelina effect happening with more people wanting to learn more about this rare gene as well as getting tested to save their own lives.
Exactly.
So, as you said, we applaud her.
Applaud.
Well, someone else who's not getting an applaud right now is O.J. Simpson. We know he's no stranger to the courtroom.
He sure isn't.
Well, yesterday, the disgraced football legend spent the afternoon on the witness stand, but for once, he wasn't on trial.
That's a first. This time, Simpson is hoping to get a new trial on his armed robbery and assault convictions stemming from a violent confrontation in 2007. Simpson claims his attorney told him that it was okay to use force to retrieve the personal items stolen from him by a group of sports memorabilia dealers several years ago. Yeah, the old "my attorney told me to do it" line.
Well, your mama should have told you differently from the start, so you knew what was going on, and clearly that just wasn't the case. And since his conviction, Simpson has been serving a 33-year prison sentence. Excuse me, I'm just so shocked. 33 years in prison for this. And he's eligible for parole in 2000. 2017.
So he's essentially saying, my lawyer told me to do it.
Right.
My lawyer told me to get drunk, go after these guys, and beat them up.
Because he did admit to being drunk.
Yeah. He said I had Bloody Marys, a few Jack Daniels, and then I rolled up on these guys with my friends, beat them up because my lawyer said it was okay. Really?
Nice.
Really, OJ?
You can't get off every trial. I'm just saying. We gave you a break on one, man.
You're saying that doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't fit. Must have quit. Oh, come on, OJ.
Well, speaking of quitting, after 21 years on the field, soccer great David Beckham has announced he's retiring.
No.
Yeah, it's true. Beckham's decision comes just days after the 38-year-old won his latest title with the French club Paris Saint-Germain.
But you know, Beckham says, quote, nothing will ever completely replace playing the game I love. However, I feel like I'm starting a new adventure, and I'm genuinely excited about what lies ahead.
Beckham started his career with Manchester United. He also played for Real Madrid and the Los Angeles Galaxy, winning titles with all of those clubs. Well, you know, Shannon, my husband is obsessed with Manchester United.
Well, he's a good soccer player himself, right?
He used to be.
Oh, come on, give him some credit.
No, he's really good. But now he likes to watch and yell, goal!
Yeah.
So that's what I wake up to every Saturday morning.
Very nice, very
goal!
nice. I'm sure
He has a jersey, the whole thing. I mean, he just gets into it. It's so bizarre.
I'm sure he's going to be sad about this then.
Yeah. I like Beckham.
Yeah,
And I love the movie Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh,
Has
Lord.
nothing to do with this story, but it's a great film.
There you go.
Okay, moving right along.
Sticking with sports, though.
Yes, Sports Illustrated has just released its list of the highest paid professional athletes in the country. And let me tell you something, it's impressive.
That's right. Swinging in at number 5 with $40 million is golfer Tiger Woods. And in the number 4 slot with a little under $47 million is Lakers star Kobe Bryant.
And thanks to his new contract, New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees ranks number 3 with $47 million. Miami Heat star LeBron James is in second place with $56 million. And the highest paid athlete in American sports for the second straight year is, drum roll please. Okay, enough.
Okay. Almost lost my breath.
Floyd Mayweather!
Woo!
The boxer is expected to earn $90 million this year, and that's just from 2 fights.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
So he does nothing but train all year, does 2 fights, and brings home $90 million.
Goodness.
We need to get in the ring, Lola. Let's take it
know.
up. Take up some boxing classes.
We gotta call Layla Ali up again.
Nice,
get her back
right?
here.
That's
yeah,
right.
Show me a little 1, 2.
1, 2.
Boop, boop,
1, 2.
boop.
You got the arms for it. You're all ready.
You like that, right? Ah, yeah.
1, 2.
Well, you know who's getting into the music ring? Well, you like that transition.
I like that.
That's good. Google. Google is breaking into the music business. Yesterday, it launched a service that allows users to listen to an unlimited number of songs for $9.99 a month.
Not $10, but $9.99 a month.
$9.99.
Oh, goodness. Well, the internet Goliath is now competing against smaller streaming music companies like Pandora and Spotify. Google's all-access service lets users customize song selections from 22 genres.
And according to a Google spokesperson, the service features millions of tracks from Universal Music, Sony Entertainment Group, Warner Music Group, and thousands of independent labels. Uh-oh, Pandora may be put back in her box.
Oh, got a lot of competition there. That's a big company to compete with.
How do you go up against a Goliath like Google?
Make stuff free.
Oh,
free for all.
Free 99.
Yes, free 99. That's even better. Well, you know, Lola, speaking of tracks, Kelly Rowland is coming clean on her new single, Dirty Laundry.
Oh.
It gets
What's
dirty.
she saying?
The Destiny's Child star makes some shocking references to surviving an abusive relationship and also hints that she hasn't always enjoyed living in Beyonce's shadow.
Whoa.
She sings, quote, when my sister was on stage killing it like a beep, I was enraged, feeling like a beep. Bittersweet, she was up and I was down. No lie, I feel good for her, but what do I do now? Wow.
What do I do now?
So dramatic, right?
Well, Rowland didn't stop there. She also sings about a man who physically and emotionally abused her.
Wow.
She sings, hitting the window like it was me and still it shattered. He pulled me out and said, don't nobody love you but me, not your mama, not your daddy, and especially not B. What? What?
Wow.
Well, who knew Kelly was going through so much? I mean, she's usually so happy and always smiling, but inside she was clearly crying.
Well, that's definitely sad. But you know, while Kelly doesn't actually mention her abuser's name, many assumed that she was referring to her ex-fiance, former NFL player Roy Williams.
Oh, yeah.
But Williams, however, he wanted to set the record straight and told everybody on Twitter who was following him this statement.
What?
So Kelly has a new song called Dirty Laundry, and whatever she's saying in it, people think it's me. Wow, I'm not the only person she dated. He's like, look here, she dated more people than just me.
Right, I'm not the one.
Well, whoever it was, I'm glad she was able to get out of that relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely. I wonder why she's singing about it now, though.
Maybe she feels free and she needs some money. Sell some
Maybe
tracks.
she should come here and tell us why.
Please, Kelly, come on.
here and explain yourself, please.
We'll give you plenty of time.
Well, the stars came out in full force on Tuesday for the Star Trek Into Darkness movie premiere. The all-star cast, which includes Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Alice Eve, Carl Urban, Peter Weller, and John Cho were all smiling for the cameras on the silver carpet. J.J. Abrams, the director of the movie, was also there.
Mr. Abrams has done a wonderful thing for the Star Trek franchise. We've always had a very intense audience, but what Mr. Abrams has done is broaden the audience and open Star Trek up to a whole new audience, and it's very exciting. We're very grateful.
The cast is amazing. They are one of the reasons I wanted to do the film, was because I loved working with them so much, and they do extraordinary work in this movie. Really, I think, far and away the best work they've done.
I think I definitely have added some layers because when I read the script, Uhura was in a different place than the last time you saw her. She feels much more confident in what she's doing. Her relationship with Spock has definitely evolved to another phase, and she's more familiar with her crew and the Enterprise.
I mean, it's a lot of fun. I have a great group of people, and I don't, you know, the nice thing about it is it's a real collective, and you know, I think each one of us tries to do their part as well as we can, but it's not one man against the world. It's a real family, which is really nice.
Okay, let me just say, that movie looks amazing just by looking at the clips.
We're gonna see it tonight.
I'm so excited.
I know.
It starts today, it arrives in theaters today, and we're gonna take out a little sneak peek, right?
Yes, we are. We'll report back tomorrow with all of the juice.
You see, even Spock showed up on the red carpet out there. Did you see?
Oh, look at you. Throw your track up.
Spock,
Throw your
yes.
track up.
Throw your track up. I like that. All trackers are gonna be saying that now. Throw your track up, son. Throw your track up. Oh gosh. Well, you know, on to another star.
All right.
Hayden Panettiere may be the next starlet to walk down the aisle.
I love her.
Yes, on an ABC presentation to advertisers, earlier this week, the Nashville star flashed more than her killer body and beautiful smile.
She was actually sporting a large diamond-encrusted ring, and presumably it was a gift from her boyfriend, professional boxer Vladimir Klitschko. Panettiere was wearing the ring on her right hand, but that doesn't mean it's not significant, Shannon. You know why?
That's right, because her boyfriend was actually from the Ukraine, and in some Eastern European countries, it's customary for women to wear their engagement ring or their wedding band on their right hand. So it still could be an engagement ring.
Could be the real deal. Well, speaking of diamonds, the world's largest diamond ever was sold at Christie's auction house in Geneva for an astounding $27 million.
How did you get to Geneva last night?
To buy the ring?
Right.
I happen to have it right here. No, I'm kidding.
The pear-shaped diamond originated from Botswana.
It's an African diamond.
See? That's why you bought it. And let me tell you, Lola, it was 101.73 carats.
What?
I've never heard of such a thing. And it's also known as the Winston Legacy Diamond and was bought by the jewelry and watch firm Harry Winston on Wednesday.
My goodness, can you imagine?
You couldn't even probably hold that thing up on your hand. You gotta just carry it in your backpack like, you got my ring.
You gotta ice skate on something like that. You gotta do a little figure eight.
Right, there's plenty of room with a diamond that big. Man, one day, Lola, one day.
One day. That's what I want for Christmas. Work on it.
Well, when you got the money, you can buy rings and mansions and all that stuff.
Buy whatever. Yeah, speaking of mansions, Jenny from the Block is moving to the Hamptons. Actress, singer, and entrepreneur Jennifer Lopez has just dropped $10 million for a gorgeous 3-acre spread in Watermill, New York.
You mean she doesn't want to live in the Bronx anymore?
No, she doesn't. She could actually buy the Bronx at this point.
Well, the 8,500 square foot mansion features 8 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms, a sparkling pool, a theater, And Lola, get this, there's enough room for a guest house and a tennis court just in case J-Lo wants us to stop by and kick it with her for a minute. Well, you have the space, come on.
Can you imagine just chilling with J-Lo in the guest house?
I know.
By the sparkling pool.
Oh, Lord. We're going to talk about this accent later in the show. Let me just tell you, Lola's got this accent thing going. Later in the show, we're going to bring an expert on to really teach it.
What are you talking about? Okay, I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You're watching Arise Entertainment 360.